We back for another one. I hope y'all lovely. I hope y'all blessed, man. Hey, it's the failed athlete, but that don't mean you gotta fail in life. Make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for the notifications. I don't want to waste too much time. I want to get straight into it. Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes have been catching a ton of backlash, and I want to know how the people feel. I want y'all to tap into that comment section. Did Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes simply throw underhand pitches to Kamala Harris and give her softball questions? If we're keeping it funky, that's what it looks like. Let's call it what it is. But if you're a voter, if you're somebody that's avidly thinking about getting out there and making a difference this upcoming election, are you really taking Steven Jackson's word serious? Are you taking a Matt Barnes' word serious when it comes to that? So what I'm asking is, are we supposed to be realistically expecting these guys to give a grade A interview in a situation like that? This is a potential president, the current vice president. I don't think that these guys have ever interviewed someone on this level. Let's call it what you want. At the end of the day, Kamala Harris, Kamala, whatever you want to call her, she is at this point already a very historic woman. She's the vice president of the United States, if that means anything to anyone. She is historic. First woman to ever do it. And trying to claim that top spot. Top chief in command. Are we as people still expecting entertainers to get it right? We really here sitting expecting Matt Barnes, and no disrespect, man, but Jax? We sitting here, we expecting these dudes to give us balls to the walls interviews? Come on, man. They blowing big trees on the show. And I mean, they were the first to do it. We got to give Up in Smoke. Outside of Snoop Dogg's little weather channel that he had back in the day, I give Up in Smoke that credit for pretty much being the first guys who were famous, the first guys who had a little bit of a name in the NBA to come down and do a podcast. And everybody really rocked with it. They were ahead of the curve. And then other people started coming with content. But Up in Smoke, they remained that staple. They remained a go-to that people could go. You know, their biggest interview was probably Kobe. So I'm not taking a dump on them in the least bit. They popped off something, you know. They started a little wave. I would never expect these cats to really give hard-nosed questions to the president, though. You know, we don't know what type of bag is involved, first and foremost. That's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying straight up, these dudes got paid off. You know, Steven Jackson, he's been in situations like, he was in that George Floyd situation, calling him twin. Supposedly he knew George Floyd. So Steven Jackson isn't too foreign from these situations, surprisingly. And that's a very interesting outfit Steven Jackson decided to wear with that chessboard print. I'm gonna just say that. But you know, these dudes, we don't know what type of bag is involved, if there even is a bag. We don't know if these guys were preferenced and they were told they can't ask certain questions. You got to remember, their show is picked up by a network, which means there are rules to this game. You know, not saying that anybody can get on here and say anything. There are repercussions, but I'm just saying more people are able to say and get away with more things being more independent. You know, you might catch some social backlash for sure, but as far as having a boss that could sit you down and take your job away, that's kind of the situation that Up in Smoke is in. And so we got to realize that these guys aren't going to be able, nor should we even expect for them to be really laying down the law and asking the questions that need to be asked. Again, allegedly, if there was some type of bag, we don't know how big that bag was. These guys are former NBA players. They have seen millions. So for you to, you know, go easy on the future president, who knows what you could got paid, because that interview could have swayed a lot. You know, they get her, they ask her some questions that she not comfortable with answering. And, you know, that makes her whole thing look bad. That blows up her whole thing. So that could have went left easily. All you needed was the film. That could have went left easily. But if that went left, is there now assassination attempts on Steven Jackson's life? Is there attempts on Matt Barnes' life? Did they feel like they good enough with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson to where they could come use their platform and people would buy in? I need answers, but I need y'all to help me with these answers, because my thing is, I don't know. I don't know what the hell, is going on. Are these dudes getting paid off? Why didn't they ask the questions that needed to be asked? Or maybe you think they did a great job with the questions. But a lot of people got a lot to say about this Matt Barnes, Kamala Harris, this Steven Jackson, Kamala Harris interview, wondering how they landed it, and wondering, quiet as kept. I think a lot of people jealous. I think a lot of people secretly wanted that Kamala interview. I think a lot of people wanted to have that, wanted to be there and get that sit down of a lifetime. That woman is going down in history, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, she's the first woman vice president currently, right now. So when you look back and it's like, damn, Jackson, Matt Barnes got that? How they land that? Yeah, I know Kamala got a lot of hate on her right now, but going down the line, even though you may hate Barack Obama, you may dislike him, he did nothing for the people, you may be able to say that, but looking down the line, he's still going down in them history books. He going down in them books. Until this thing collapses and none of that matters, she's big time. And we got to call it what it is. And somehow we're expecting Steven Jackson and goddamn Matt Barnes, the same short-tempered Matt Barnes who drove cross town to slide on D Fish for good reason. Fish was a snake, but at that point, Barnes could have just let it go. Just, oh, this is how you moving? All right, I'm gonna move you up out the house. You take what's yours. We'll go through this whole little battle. I want custody of my kids. Matt could have easily played chess, but he wears his heart on his sleeve, man. He's an emotional guy. And this is who you're putting in front to ask. Okay. I guess. If that's what we're doing. So, in my opinion, the critiques aren't really necessary, because what do we really expect from these guys? Yeah, we see them on the media, but that's you if you expect to take them serious. I can't help you with that. If you decide to take these cats serious and for real, it is what it is. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. I really want to know your opinion. It's the failed athlete. That don't mean you got to fail in life.